Okay, hi everybody, and welcome back to the Firewall Fox. Or that's not my
The
podcast name.
Firewall
The Firewall
Files.
Files, and it's the last day in New York, and I have Craig here with me. I thought Critter and Zoe would have stayed because we have enough room for the both of them, but no.
They
So
had to go to the honeymoon
I
place.
guess so. Anyways, so I just asked Craig to come over next door and record the podcast with me, and we're gonna go over basically this whole weekend, I would say, but especially the Taco Bell event because I would like to know a perspective. I bring him along, obviously, for a lot of my journeys, just because he's willing to come. So I feel like this was definitely the peak of the adventures I brought you on, per se.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Yeah. So we got here Sunday, and I've just been editing and working on my own stuff, and Craig's been on his job because he worked for remote. So we've just been doing our own thing. But we went to Times Square and did all like the touristy stuff first.
I got to see Elmo and a big ape.
Yeah, they had like the giant monkeys down there,
Yeah, he was boogieing.
and that was just basically it. We did some stuff on Monday as well. We went to the Sex Museum, which was a first for everybody. I think me and Critter were the only ones that have gone before, but how did you feel about that?
I got to see some crazy things. There was a Bill Clinton vibrator in
There
there.
was that is in the vlog too. I left that in there.
Yes, the Bill Clinton vibrator. There was one part. There was a lot of dudes fucking.
Yeah, they have like exhibits each. I think it's like every year, every 6 months, they like rotate like an art exhibit. And last time I went, it was like the decades of like porn where they had like 60s, 70s, 80s. And this time when you walked in, I think it was just like the art of gay porn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just like
Well, like
it was
male
it,
gay porn
uh,
specifically
being comfortable with your sexuality.
as a man. Because it
As a man,
wasn't like, there
there
wasn't like
was a woman.
lesbian stuff going on, no.
There was a woman in one of the piles.
There was, but that kind of like goes into like the bisexual male
The
category.
threesome.
Yeah, there was like one pair of tits in that whole floor. Um, and then I didn't get it recorded because I couldn't, but there was like this 4D experience that we paid to do. And you want to explain to everybody what the 4D experience was?
The 4D experience was quite interesting. It was basically an orgy in art form, and the seats would vibrate, and when I say this, you're not gonna understand because you gotta watch it. But like when you like zoom through the wet cooters, it splashes
Yeah.
water on you.
Yeah, it would like, you would zoom through people's like buttholes and stuff, and then the air would hit
And
you,
there was
or
this one scene where there was dicks swinging, and when you went past the dicks, they would slap you in the back, and they would like poke you in the back of the chair. It was very interesting. Oh, the chairs also had comms too. They had mics everywhere, so when everyone talked in the room, it would be very heightened.
I wondered about that. I didn't know what that was. I just thought it was the way it was like a dome
And no,
sphere.
there was speakers in the chairs. They had comms in those chairs for some reason.
Oh,
There
I
was proximity
wondered.
chat in the orgy.
Literally. So we did that. That was really fun. Went and got dinner, or not dinner. It was really just burgers and beer.
Bro, that smash burger could smash me any day of the
I
week.
truly have never, like, I know I was a little drunk or whatever, but like it was like White Castle in the best way kind of vibes to me.
I don't know where you were getting the White Castle from because I really don't understand because the quality of that meat was nowhere near White
No, but
Castle.
it was just like the way it was all like I guess that's what makes it a smash burger, but when I think smash burger, I think Steak and Shake, and it was nowhere near a Steak and Shake burger.
Well, yeah,
It had
no,
more heart to it.
but White Castle isn't a smash
That
burger.
sounds good. We should order like burgers for lunch again or something.
Yeah, you want burgers? We
I have
can
to
order
like we have to be
burgers.
careful what we decide to order because we'll get into it, but Craig's having, I guess,
I have been shitting.
it's been a really bad butthole day for Craig in his room, and I'm God bless because
It's just
it's awful. So we'll just get right into it. This won't be a super long podcast, but
I
um,
mean, I could tell him about the homeless guy again.
yeah, we could do the homeless guy, but I just want to say that I did post a vlog. Either this is coming out today or tomorrow, but the vlog has been posted as of Wednesday. So if you want to watch our recap of our trip, it is on there now. But yeah, we did go to the 9/11 museum. That I'd never done that when I lived here, and I think it was good. It's just like not a place for me because like I just want to like make jokes because it's just like awkward. It's like, it's heavy, but it's like I paid to be in a heavy sphere.
I mean, there was a dad dragging his teenage son out of that
Yeah.
place, so it didn't go well.
Yeah, one like, and I was talking to Craig about it, and I was like, like I was 1 years old when like 9/11 happened. I have no recollection, and like me and Craig are not that old. What are you, like 26, 27?
I'm 26.
Yeah, so like, and I'm 24, so it's like not that big of a gap. But when it comes to the history of stuff, like he could like recall exactly where he was on
I don't know
9/11.
how. Most people don't remember what was going on when they're 3 years old, but my long-term memory is astounding, I guess.
Yeah, and I was like, I know I was born, I was alive when it happened, but I have never, I have no clue of it. But like, where were you on 9/11?
I was in preschool. I was like in yeah preschool, and I was sitting there playing with my blocks. I really don't know what I was doing, but I do recall getting pulled out of preschool, and my mom was freaking out. Everyone was freaking out because I mean they didn't know what was coming next. They didn't know if we were gonna get nuked or another plane. Like
Yeah.
it was mayhem.
I mean, the museum was totally interesting. They have way more artifacts than I would have, I guess, imagined in a sense. Like you saw like the plane seat belts that were there. The one thing like I thought I knew 9/11 pretty well, but the one thing I just like genuinely didn't get is there was this one room, or not get, I just didn't know what happened, but like the flight that like crashed in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I knew something of planes crashing. I just didn't know when, what, where. And like when there was this room and it was playing the like 9/11 tapes. It was playing the 911 tapes of like, what's
It was
going
the
on,
black
the
box.
black box. And we walked out and I looked at Craig and I was like, so like why did they just crash in a cornfield? Like what happened?
I mean, the lore is, I mean, there's four planes. Two of them went into the Twin Towers, of course. One went into the Pentagon, and then the fourth one was the one that left from Newark. And I mean, no one knows their goal, but they were definitely going for like the Capitol building because they made a curve. But out of four planes, the fourth plane, I'm pretty sure that's the only plane where the passengers actually fought back.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get into the cabin, and the terrorists at the time were like, well, if they get in this, the mission's cooked. So they just decided to
Just
slam
bomb it into a
the
cornfield.
yeah, just slam it into a
That's
field.
crazy. It's like the part of me is like at least they did damage with the other planes, right? That was greasing, but the other one was just like fuck it, we ball, and like I think that's the
Yeah.
worst
I mean,
ever.
they were over Pennsylvania. They were close to their destination, but not close enough.
No, but they had the fire trucks in there that had been. They had like when Craig was retelling it to Critter, I think the room that like it was like the heaviest, the most is you can't film in there or anything like that. But you have all the faces of everybody that died, and they have like what would you call it, kind of board.
Well, they have like little stations, like touchscreen stations. You go around and you can click on people's pictures, and then when you do, it shows their family and what they did. And I'm like, my God.
Yeah, it shows like like their childhood photos or their obituaries or what they did for work or whatever, retirement photos, shit like that. It was just like, oh my goodness. So that was really, I highly recommend it. I used to stay away from it when I lived here just because I was like, I know this is too heavy. But the girl just got off, just got off a plane, and I was high on the Xanax, so I was big chilling in there. But the way that they have so much to look at, I was actually impressed. Like they even have with like they took like they ripped the ground out
Yeah.
basically and moved it into the museum.
Yeah, they have like the
Yeah, the
structural
studs.
beginnings of one of the towers, both north and south tower. They even have a lot of the steel beams in there as well.
Like how, yeah, like the exact one they crashed into and how it like bent and
I
everything.
still don't know if that was the real one, but they had a steel beam in there that they said was the initial beam that one of the planes hit, but I don't know if it was just a copycat or what it was.
Yeah, I don't really know either. I mean, it looked pretty real.
I mean, it's a steel beam. It's very
It wasn't like
easy.
shiny. It was rusty and
It
bent.
is a steel beam. At the end of the day, it's very easy to replicate a steel beam.
It's true. Okay, okay. Um, so enough of the heavy stuff. It was a really good museum. Highly recommend you check that out if you decide to go to New York. But in the midst of all of that, we stopped at the World Trade Center to charge our phones at the Apple station. Fun hack: if you're ever somewhere busy and there's an Apple store, you can charge your phone in there if it's dying. But Craig comes out of the bathroom and he has a story to share, and he shares it in the vlog, but you can share it here for anybody that's not watching.
Um, yeah, so I was in the bathroom and while I was washing my hands, a homeless man came up with a very old, like McDonald's vanilla milkshake. It definitely kind of looked like chunky. And then he also had, it appeared to be a McDonald's Coke. He then poured the milkshake into the Coke. And then I was like, oh, I was like, okay, this, he's like making like a root beer float or
Hmm.
something. I don't know what he's doing. Then he proceeds to pull out a pickle jar with only a single pickle in there that was probably about 3 inches long.
It was like one of those like cocktail pickles.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
one of the tiny ones. The pickle juice or the juice that it was sitting in was very clear and not very pickle juicy. He then took the milkshake and Coke concoction and dumped it into the pickle juice
Oh my
jar,
god, dude.
sealed it, started shaking it, and looked at it and put it in his bag and started gathering his belongings to
I
leave.
don't know. Like the chunky milkshake really gets me, and then the mixing that all together and storing it for another day is like so many. I mean, the homeless here do a lot of questionable things, but like that,
That's his
like what are
protein
you gonna?
shake.
Oh, what are you gonna do with that?
I mean, if if you don't have easy access to food, that might keep you going.
Milk and a milk product mixed with pickles, just disgusting.
And don't forget the Coke.
The
That's what
Coke,
levels everything out.
the sodium, the calcium. What does a pickle have? Sodium, I guess, too.
He has all of his daily nutritions in
That
there.
is
Pickle
so
juice
fucked.
is known really good for its electrolytes and its hydrating
Yeah.
capabilities.
I guess our other homeless interactions, we had about one guy like came up to us while we were waiting to meet up with Critter and Zoe, but there was one guy that all four of us saw, and he was playing this like giant electric guitar with one hand.
It was a bass, not a giant electric car.
Okay,
It was a
whatever.
bass.
It was a giant guitar, sorry. And we were very in awe by that. But there was one guy, he came up and asked, I just like, I keep my head down in New York. That's what you're supposed to do. So I look up and I see somebody next to Craig, and I was like, it can't be Critter. But like in my mind, I just thought it was somebody we knew. And I kind of like peek up and I was like, oh, that's not. So I just kept my head down. And like, what's he say to you?
He said absolutely nothing to me. Me and him locked eyes. He held up a number one as if he wanted $1. And then I looked at him and I shook my head no. And then he looked at me, nodded his head, and slowly walked away. That's all that happened. There was no words exchanged between that man. It was
Literally.
all hand symbols.
Um, But yeah, every time I've had a homeless person experience, I've only had like really one bad one in the sense of like annoying. Like they tried to take my leftovers on the subway one night, and I was like, get fucked. And then he got upset, sat down, drank his beer, and then threw the can across the subway. But other than that, like it's always been good. No rats. It's too cold. I'm kind of depressed by that. I wish I
No,
could sell a rat.
I mean, they're, of course, they're not going to come out.
Yeah, the only like it was super cold our like first 2 days here, but the subways are like my sanctuary because in the summertime I'm sweating fucking beads. And when Craig came down and we did Atlantic City with one of our other mods at the time, he can recall like we were just waiting for the train dripping in sweat, and like it's so nice in the wintertime.
I love the ovens that
That
are the
is
subway
insane
stations.
how hot they get, truly.
It's a pizza brick oven down there during the
It
summer.
is. And it's in the vlog, so I just want you to cover it real fast. We're gonna go back to the sex museum, but what's the story with you guys and your sex god crowns for everybody wondering?
And what about it? Oh my! I won. Me and Critter won a competition, and we were labeled sex gods. So of course we are going to advertise our royalty as we walk across the
They
streets.
wore, yeah, it was like a skee ball thing, and it was me, Zoe, Craig, and
No,
Critter.
it wasn't just a skee ball thing. It was a battle to prove how good you were at sex.
That's not it at
And
all,
that's
but
exactly what it was. That's why me and Critter got labeled the sex gods. We fuck mods like no other.
that's true. Actually, it was really convenient that you both won. And well, Craig won, and then Critter got second runner up, so he
Oh,
had a
I'm the
crown too.
best fucker.
Okay. You can actually just leave the room.
And no,
It's
I
very
only fuck men,
uncomfortable
so
in
it's fine.
here.
Mods only.
Okay. So they wore these crowns like literally the whole night, and everybody that lives here just gave them the dirtiest eye, and it was just like sometimes you don't want to look at like a tourist, but that day they truly were
And
embracing it.
and no, it was great because we were going. We were in a subway station, and I don't. Some people that are listening has definitely been to New York, but if you haven't, sometimes in the subway they have these little like pop-ups for like free Bibles, so you can like hear the word of God and all this. And me and Critter walked past one of that booth, and they were not happy with our crowns. They gave
No,
us the nastiest
dirtiest side
looks.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
but it's worth it.
little old Aunt Judy that
You should have
was,
went up to the table and like heard him out and been like, "Yeah, I'm a sex god. I understand God perfectly.
and
I am
no,
one of them."
I am a god, but I don't think they would appreciate that, and they would probably try to baptize me
They'd
in the
probably
subway
rip the
station.
crown off your head. To be honest, it's not worth that. That's gonna be worn to Nashville. That's their goal.
That crown will return again in a future vlog.
You'll see it. Yes, it will be back. Okay, so the Taco Bell event, I was lucky enough to get a ticket, and then I was lucky enough to get two more tickets. So I said, "Fuck it, we ball. Let's all go." And it was so much fun. Truly, like it was such a side quest of life. I don't think I'll ever. I mean, maybe I'll get the opportunity to go again. Probably not after Critter and Craig stole from Taco Bell, but
No, we did. That is hearsay. We stole
allegedly.
nothing.
But it was so much fun. I can't, like, so much food, obviously, but I, like, I felt like a fever dream the whole time. Like, there was no way, like, this was happening. But what, like, give me some highs of your trip for that, like, anything that stood out to
And the
you.
carne asada burrito,
Yeah,
best Taco Bell creation
in
since
or
the dawn
with
of
that,
time.
with. Also, they didn't let us try the Baja Blast pie, and they've announced that 2 years in a row now. And it's like, where the fuck was it?
And that
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 shit pissed me
and
off.
that thing is still in the test kitchen, waiting to come out.
They can't get it right, apparently. They keep it. I was so excited to try that, and they didn't have it, to be honest. But they had a lot of new foods. My personal favorite, I think, would be the salad, which sounds like really basic bitch of me, but it just like they had like the sweet corn and the salsa mix. Like it was just really good. The carne asada or whatever that they were talking about, it is very good. So if that comes out towards you, like truly get it. They could not say enough good things about it. The only downfall for me was the fucking like cheese taco.
Bro, that cheese taco, the shell is phenomenal, but it's just another Dorito Locos taco in the sense of you order that and you are solely ordering it for the shell
Yeah.
and not the fact that that thing is going to be exploded in your
It
bag.
has no structural hold. It's so ass in the way of eating it. Like it's good, but like get ready. Like don't eat it in your car. Don't eat it in bed. Like get a plate out. You're gonna have to scoop it up with a fork. Like
It's just a folded piece of fried cheese, like queso cheese. It is super good. They basically take the liquid queso, deep fry it, and then put taco stuff in it.
yeah.
It is really good though.
Did you try the cookie?
No, I have
You
not
want to
tried
like
the
live
cook.
try it?
We have
Yeah.
the
Hang
cookie.
on. I'll get it. You explain the
I'm not 100% on what the cookie is. They said it has like like vanilla and white chocolate hints. Hold on. I am googling this as we speak right now. Let me see. I forgot what it was called.
Smells phenomenal. Holy shit. I just
Well,
we kind of like stole from them. We're like thieves of Taco Bell. You're only supposed to take one and then Craig was fucking stockpiling them in his bag. So,
I'm just very good. They're not gonna care. They're gonna throw that cookie out anyways.
oh my god, this smells so good. So it looks like a it's like a dark purple and it has like icing in it and then they've rolled the icing around in purple sprinkles. And it has some stuff like within the cookie itself, but I can't tell what, but we'll live try it.
Yeah, we can live try. I'm just trying to figure out what the like that filling is like is like a fruit or a vegetable or something. I don't know what it is.
Vegetable.
I don't know if it's a vegetable. That might be.
I think you're thinking of the purple peppers that they're using in something else.
No, but this is something. It's a fruit of some sort.
Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Um, I'm trying to see.
It's like a dark
Oh, it's
purple
ube. That's what it
ube.
is.
And what is ube?
It's a we're we're going deeper in the
My mouth is
Google.
watering. I cannot wait
It's
for
a
you to hurry
purple
up.
yam, also known as ube, is a starchy root vegetable native to Southeast Asia.
So this is a healthy cookie.
Um, not necessarily, but it has hints of vanilla and pistachio.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Smells so fucking good. Like I
This
haven't
thing's
ate
still
today,
super
so
soft.
okay, here we go.
Oh, this is phenomenal.
Hmm. I could understand where Critter comes from when he said he couldn't eat more than one, but holy shit, the churros were good, but this is probably their best dessert they've had, to be honest.
It has like purple sprinkles on the outside.
Yeah, it's a very soft cookie all the way around.
I'm gonna be honest. This just this just reminds me of the cookies that you get from the grocery store. You know, like the ones with the sugar cookies with the frosting on top of it.
Yeah,
That's basically what this is.
it's definitely like a basic kind of cookie that's soft, but it's very, very sweet in a good way. Like, but I think what makes it different is the what they've used. So like that's cool, but that like I'm not getting sweet potato flavor, whatever the fuck it is, yam flavor.
Well, you're not supposed to get yam flavor.
I know it's just for coloring.
Well, because this yam has vanilla and pistachio hints, is what you get. You get that vanilla hit real strong in that. So you are tasting the yam, but it's not going to taste like your normal yam.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah, but it's a ube cookie.
What do you think they're gonna price that at?
You're gonna get one of those for $3.25.
Actually, that's not bad. The churros, they had the churros there. Those weren't like new in the sense of they've been out for what a minute.
You didn't even try those on stream.
No, I didn't, but I did eat it in the vlog and it was very good.
Yeah, you did.
I
Um,
love the churros.
the churros is very good.
Critter's not a fan of the churros because he says it's too cream cheese forward, and that's crazy because anything if you would like dry churros, you're going to hell. Like you need a dip with it or you need some kind of sauce with it. Like a dry churro is that's like sounding without lube.
Yeah. Side note.
He just agreed with me on that. Didn't even hear me.
No, I heard you. Um, side note. To talk about the sauce bar that they had there.
Oh yeah.
One of the best sauces they had there is the Diablo sauce at Taco Bell doesn't taste the best. Like I know there probably people that disagree with me.
Yeah, you're gonna get hate online now.
It's a good sauce. I mean, it gives you good heat, but it just doesn't taste good. That's why I don't use it. Anyways, but they partnered with Mike's Hot Honey.
Mike's hard lemonade honey
Yeah,
would go crazy.
Mike's Hot Honey, and then they mix the Diablo sauce in there, so it fixes the taste of the fucking Diablo, and it makes it so good.
Yeah, I had a little bit and it definitely was spicy, but Diablo is supposed to be like really hot, of course, and it gave me the little spice that I don't. If I can avoid hot things, I do, but if I had to eat it, I could have. So I don't know if it's like overpowering. I've never had it before then, but it was pretty good, depending on if you like that kind of stuff, of course. They did have a super fucking hot one that Critter tried where you design a waiver, and Critter likes hot stuff, so in the vlog it like doesn't really phase him. I don't know if he's putting on a front, but truly it looked like he was fine. So most people that ate it looked like they were fine. It wasn't that grand actually, but we also tried on the upstairs. They had two levels to go get your food and all this, and I could see Craig pulling it up, so I'll let him talk about it. But they have
I'm
a
just digging.
new Baja Blast that's coming out, Baja Blast Midnight, I believe.
Yes, it's Baja Blast Midnight.
And they had these glass sculptures of tacos, and he goes up and you could get this was a very big drinking event. They had an open bar everywhere, like everything was mixed with liquor. I can't believe it, to be honest.
Bro, those dirty Baja Blasts,
Uh-huh.
phenomenal. It was, your typical dirty Baja Blast that you can get from Taco Bell now. But now they had it there and they mixed it with vodka and a bunch of other alcoholic beverages. And let me tell you, that shit was so good.
It was so good. And so he asked for tequila in his Baja Blast Midnight, and they poured it down like the taco slit.
No, it was just the taco funnel, but you can call it
We'll
a
take
slit.
it. And it was really cool, but they don't mix it. So when him and Critter took their first sips, it was just pure tequila, which was very strong. But it got to a point. We'll get to the cafe part too, because I think that was actually the coolest thing we did.
Yeah.
But it got to a point in the night there was so much food that we were starting to share it because like it was just so much. Like these were like the carne asada that they keep talking about. This thing is massive. You're definitely getting your money's worth if you buy it.
And
Like
that was a foot long
it was
burrito.
huge. So that sizings on everything seemed to be well. They did introduce a Taco Bell like cafe type vibe, and they had three drinks that we tried, and I think I would rate mine coffee, the passion fruit, and then the strawberry lemonade. But do you want to explain any of those drinks?
Well, they had so Taco Bell Cafe is their new initiative. I feel like Taco Bell is now just trying to get into every business space that they can possibly shove themselves
Yeah.
into. Because going back a little bit, like her favorite thing was the salad. It was a Cantina chicken bowl that was a basically a straight ripoff of Qdoba and
Yeah.
Chipotle bowls. So Taco Bell is definitely going to try and take them down in the bowl space. Because I know once that bowl gets in the app, you're going to be able to tear it down and put in whatever the fuck you want
Mm-hmm.
in that,
Yeah.
just like Qdoba. And now they introduced Taco Bell Cafe, which is going to be their direct competitor to Starbucks and Big
That and
E
you
and
guys
all
brought up
that.
a good point of like the McDonald Cosmos that just launched.
Yeah, a lot of fast food chains are trying to get into the like specialty coffee game because McDonald's, like she said, released their Cosmo. And now Taco Bell has their competition to it, and their drinks they're phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Like, and mind you, we're reviewing this like we're getting like the top chefs of Taco Bell making our
Yeah,
food. So like, I cannot promise you it's gonna taste just as good. Like Critter makes a really good point in the vlog. It's like, this is good, but is it gonna be good made by a 19-year-old in a fucking kitchen?
and the food will definitely differ depending on who makes it. The drinks should be the same exact.
Yeah.
The drinks should not differ. It's just a mix, and they send the shit. You don't have to
Yeah.
cook anything.
Because they had a coffee, and I was like a mocha thing and it had whipped cream and chocolate on it. And then they had like the Starbucks refreshers competitor where they had like a passion fruit drink.
That passion fruit lemonade was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
that was really like I definitely could see myself like on a summer day going to Taco Bell and getting a passion
Like
fruit
that
refresher.
that passion fruit lemonade paired with the carne asada burrito would go crazy.
Exactly. And then they had a strawberry lemonade and it was kind of weak. I don't know if it was just made bad. I doubt it because it was a big event, but I think it's just more so if you want like a little bit of it's kind of like
It's flavored water.
yeah, it's just like flavored water in a
It's very
sense.
hydrating.
Yeah, it's very good.
Um, we did get some insider information for the cantinas that they are testing espresso martinis.
Yes, that's true. And that's going to go crazy.
I don't know if it'll ever make it out, but they are in the concept stage with espresso martinis.
I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't. All like it's literally just adding liquor to their coffees that they already make
Yeah.
that they're putting out. And honestly, I don't. I would say if we tested it today, if we ate it yesterday, it should come out like I said. The Baja Blast pie hasn't been seen by anybody, but it's been announced twice. So everything that we've tried, I would beg to say it'll be out within the year.
They did announce that they are bringing back like the beefy Frito burrito,
Mm-hmm.
but it just has flaming hot instead.
Yeah.
They offered that there. We didn't try that.
No. Was that we were at that point where it was just like so much liquor was flowing and so much food that like you can like take a Baja Blast, a dirty Baja Blast that has had vodka in it, and you've had like six of those, and then you go get a fucking Taco Bell coffee. You're having a burrito, a taco, a salad, sweets, and then you get another Baja Blast midnight with tequila in it. Like all of that in our stomachs.
That's why I'm shitting today.
Yeah. So all of that was just kind of getting to be a lot. It was amazing. Like you could keep going up. Like if you wanted multiple tacos, bitch, just go up and grab another taco. Like
Yeah.
and yeah. So like that was really convenient. To be I think that was the point though, is like you're not really supposed to eat Taco Bell so much sober as much as I do, but I think the point was to liquor your ass up and be like, this is gonna hit different when you're drunk.
Oh, 100%.
And it did. And it hit really well. It got good reviews from us, of course. Like it's good. I think everything was good drunk food. The salad could probably be like miss. If I'm drunk, I'm not gonna order a fucking salad, but it was still good. And I even looking back, I really did like the cheesy taco thing, but it's just the mess that it makes. Like it makes me turned off from it. But I did like the way it tasted.
I love the Doritos Locos Taco, regardless of it exploding or not. So that cheese taco was right at home for me. I enjoyed it. Because the flavor is there, you just have to get past the point. You just have to put in your shoes in. When I eat this shit, it is going to break everywhere. And that's what I do with the Dorito Locos Taco. And that's why I like it so much.
Yeah.
I accept that it's going to fall
Well, it got
apart.
to a point where that's the only hard taco that comes in like a cardboard thing
Yeah.
to hold the bottom down because none of the others do that. I don't know if it's just the Dorito causing it or what, but
Well, I mean the Dorito, especially the Locos Taco. The thing is I don't know what the difference between the shells are, but with the Dorito Locos Taco, when they throw that ground beef in there, the grease just
yeah, sucks
sucks
it up.
sucks into the Dorito Locos Tacos shell, and that's what makes it fall apart.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
For some reason, the normal Taco Bell shells don't do that, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's just how they're made, and it's probably how Dorito wants them made.
Yeah.
They add something to the Taco Bell shells to prevent them from soaking in the
Yeah, a bunch
grease.
of fake shit. Okay, and then the last thing we'll hit on before we close out, it's gonna be a short episode because we've been editing and working today, but the merch. I think we went in hoping for merch, and bitch, did we get it because phenomenal quality. They gave us these hats. What's the collab?
It's
State
Sigelman Stable.
Sigelman Stable, and it has it's purple and white. You'll see us wear it a lot, but and give us the pricing rundown. Ours was free, mind you. We got it for free, but
Yeah, it's a limited edition collab. I don't know if they're gonna sell them outside of the event, but I had no clue who Sigelman Stable was, and I looked them up. I guess they're a very high end brand because just their base model baseball caps are $80 a
yeah.
piece. So it's a crazy collab that they were handing these hats out for free.
Yeah, and we got a pair of socks, which are really like it sounds stupid, but they were nice socks. A bandana, and a shirt and a sweatshirt. And the sweatshirt, it's so comfortable. It's so soft. Kept me warm all night while we're walking through the city.
I don't
It's
know.
embroidered, but Craig had like a mishap with his.
Yeah, my sweater I got, some motherfucker that was making the beefy Frito burritos took their
The Cheeto one.
and they took their hot Cheeto dust fingers and fucking picked up my sweatshirt and it's smeared on the back. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it out in the wash since it's just dust. There is a vacuum
Yeah,
that
I
has
know. I love
arrived.
hearing. We heard like it's like so classic 'cause you heard like the fire truck and now the fucking vacuum.
I don't know how much is getting picked up on
I
these
don't
mics, but
either.
there's a lot of shit going around right now.
But yeah, everything was high quality stuff. Like the shirts were great, the sweater was great, everything. Like we got a tote bag, of course, too, and that's where Critter and Craig made their grand plan to steal the boards.
I shared my grand plan with one lucky man in line.
Yeah, he was like, "Man, do we get to keep these too?" And we were like, "Oh no, but here's what you can do." And they were laughing so much at that.
I gave them the grand plan, and I hope they were able to get one out.
Yeah, who knows? But I think that's it, really, when it comes to topics. But um, would you do this again if I got the chance?
Yeah, I would go to one again. It was fun.
I,
Nice open bar.
From this was only their second year. The first year they had it in Las
I
Vegas,
think I'm gonna look that up.
and they were supposed to host it in California in January, but due to the fires, they had to move it last minute to New York, which really worked out for me. And it definitely was different, but in a good way. I think they spent more time and money on the atmosphere for the people that arrived, and I appreciate that. And last year they had like performances by people. They had like way more awards and shit. And like they just cut down on all the bullshit and said, here it is. This is what we're doing. Eat, bitch. And like I fucked with it. I don't know if they had stations last year. Obviously, I didn't ever go. And it's also really secretive. You can't find really any information about this online. Like I feel like I'm the only person really speaking out about it. And they did like, they had like really high end influencers there as well. And I say high end, but it's just like, mix and match of a few people that I would know, but I don't think any of my audience would. And it's like, I don't see them making any content about this. Like, I don't, like, I feel like I'm the only motherfucker that's going to have a vlog about this, but we'll find out.
Man, it would have been great to go to Live Moss last year because it was in Vegas, and I'm pretty sure it was the same. When was it?
I think January.
No, it was February 9th. It was on the same. They held Live Moss the same weekend as the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl was in
Holy
Vegas last year.
shit, that's
So
crazy.
you would go to the Taco Bell
Shit
event.
would have been so expensive though.
Oh, it would have been so expensive, but that would have been a crazy place to be. That
Yeah.
is so crazy that they shared the weekend with the
Oh
Super
yeah, that
Bowl.
is. They thought they would
But
that.
yeah, they were in Vegas last year. So it looks like they float around a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think they probably would like it in LA, but they just so happened that LA is so close to Vegas and the Super Bowl, and they were gonna take numbers. They probably are gonna spend most of their time on LA. But I mean, depending the outcome of here, I would
They're
love if they kept it in New
definitely
York.
they're definitely going to go to LA next year
Yeah,
to
for
test
sure.
that. They may just rotate. They may go LA, Vegas, and then Brooklyn.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Otherwise, like, if I get invited, I'm not flying all the way to California. I'm not
Well,
going.
if it's a free flight.
Maybe, maybe we'll see. But this was definitely a trip of a lifetime for sure. I never expected to ever do any of this, and got to do it with my three best friends, so that was really fun. Do you have any closing remarks?
The next time we'll be together is in Nashville,
Yep.
unless McDonald's has a Live Moss event.
Yeah. I'll just like I just text him. I'm like, hey, I got tickets to this. You want to meet up? And it works out. But I'm excited for Nashville. The critics seem really excited. We're gonna have a full house. We have like 7 or 8 people going. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
we got a
fucking
lot.
content house for real.
I'm gonna be sleeping on the kitchen counter.
Yeah, probably. I don't know where. Like it's we've got like fucking 7 beds and a pull-out couch, and
If I'm drunk enough, I'll sleep anywhere.
I'll just leave you outside.
I'll sleep on the balcony. At least I can pee.
But okay, that's all from us today. Check out the vlog. It's on my YouTube, Firewall Vox. And thank you, Craig, for coming. Thank you for taking time out of your busy life of tickets to come
Yeah,
out here and do this with me. It was so much fun. I can't. You've been a big part of a lot of my trips, so I really
yeah.
appreciate that.
You're welcome. This is Gregory signing off. Ah.
Okay. Follow me everywhere else. I'll see you guys on stream soon. Bye.
Bye.